check sir. Start. Now we check sir. Now it's come. Delay is there. 5 to 10 seconds. Audio is okay? ಹೌದು ಸರ್. ಹಾಂ ಸರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ದು ಆಡಿಯೋ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಬೇಡಿ ಸರ್. ನಂದಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ. ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಇಡಿ. ನೀವೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಸರ್. ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷ.
ನೀವೇ ತೆಗೆದ್ರು ಅದೇ ತೆಗೆದ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಇವು ಮಿಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಯಾವ ಸರ್ ಮಿಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ ಸರ್ ಅದು ಅಂದರೆ ಬರೆಯೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಇವೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಭಾಳ ಹೋಗ್ಯಾವ ಇದ್ರಾಗ ಎರಡೇವ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹಾಕಿ ಮಾಡಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಮಾಡೋದು ಸ್ವಾತಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಫೋಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಲೈಟ್ ವೋಕಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಕಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅದು ಒಂದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಂದು 10 ಹುಡುಗರು ಇದನ್ನು ಕುಡಿಯುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಒಯ್ಯಬೇಕಾ ಒಂದೇ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಕುಡಿಯುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಒಯ್ಯಬೇಕು ಕೆಲಸ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಗುಡಿಸೋದು ಮತ್ತು ತಿಂತಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾವ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಬೇರೆ ಕೊಡಿಸಬೇಕು ಫೋನಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಡ ಬೇರೆ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಭಾವಗೀತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕೂರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಾಕ್ತೀರ ಬರ್ಬತ್ನೇ ದಿವಸ ಎಷ್ಟಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಲತ್ತಾರ ಸರ್ ಸೋಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಲತ್ತಾರ ಭಾರಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಏನಾರ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒಂದು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫಾರಿನರ್ ಅದು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ
ದೇಶ್ಮುಖ್ ಮತ್ತು ತಾಯಿ ದಿವಂಗತ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಚನ್ನಬಸಮ್ಮ ಅವರಿಗೆ 22 ನವೆಂಬರ್ 1970ರಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಿಸಿದರು. ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ಹಾಗೂ ಪದವಿ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ವಡಗಾಂನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರೈಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 1993ರಲ್ಲಿ ಧಾರವಾಡದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಿಂದ ಕನ್ನಡ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ನಾತಕೋತ್ತರ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 7ನೇ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದ ಲಿಂಗೈಕ್ಯ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀ ಗೋದತಾಯಿ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅವರ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗಳಾಗಿ 8ನೇ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾಗಿರುವ ಪರಮ Dr. Sharnbasva Appaji, Puja Mathoshri Dr. Dakshani Awwaji, and Puja Chiranjeevi Doddappa Appaji, Godada Engineering College for Women is committed to deliver a quality education at all levels and provide opportunities for aspiring youth. A place to learn, a chance to grow. Welcome to the world of opportunities. Faculty of Engineering and Technology exclusively for women, Sharnbasva University, approved by Government of Karnataka and ICIICS New Delhi. It was formerly known as Gurutai Engineering College for Women. It is the only women engineering college in the entire region of Kalyana, Karnataka. Gurutai Engineering College for Women was established in the year 2011 by the visionary person Vidya Bhandari Puja Dr. Sharnbasva Appaji, 8th Mahadasoha Peethadipati, Sharnbasveshwara Samsthana, Chancellor, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. The college is run under the leadership of Dr. Lakshmi Patil Maka, Dean, Sharnbasva University. With her tangible skills and knowledge, the college strives to inspire and prepare women to excel in the engineering field. By her constant support and guidance, college has taken a leap forward in the quality technical education. The UG programs offered by Gurutai Engineering College for Women are Electronics and Communication Engineering, Computer Science Engineering, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Civil Engineering. And PG programs offered are Digital Communication and Networking, Computer Science and Engineering. College has well-equipped and modernized laboratories for a hardware and a software development, laptops with internet access. The college has air-conditioned smart classrooms, air-conditioned seminar hall, air-conditioned auditorium, computer center with access to online journals, and air-conditioned library working 24/7 with access to national and international journals. The college offers bus facility, girls hostel with 24/7 medical facility, and each department has RO purified drinking water. The college campus is always clean and it delivers health and hygiene related message to each and every student. The college focuses on project-based learning so that students can get real-time and industry collaborated projects. The college organizes various training programs both by industry experts and professionals to equip them with the necessary soft skills, interview techniques, group discussion skills, and personality development skills so that every year students are placed in top MNCs with a high package. To strengthen the research infrastructure of the university, Centers of Excellence were established in the college and are also recognized by government agencies and international bodies. Intel Unnati Data Centric Lab in Emerging Technologies like Artificial Intelligence Lab and Internet of Things Lab, IBM Innovation Center for Education, Medini Edudigital, Cloud Computing with Aneka Software, 5G Technology Lab, and Drone Technology Lab. The college also has incubation centers like K-Tech Innovation Hub, that is New Age Incubation Network initiated by Government of Karnataka, ICT Society Bengaluru under the Department of IT, PT and SNT. MSME Incubation Center initiated by Ministry of Micro and Small Enterprises Cluster Development, Government of India. College has produced more than 2,000 able and efficient engineers. Every year, the college organizes conferences, seminars, workshops, technical fests like Jnanotsava,
United as one. United as one.
cultural events. Be a pilot of change. Be a part of something larger than life. Come to GCW. For more information, contact Dr. Lakshmi Patil Maka, Dean, Sharnbasva University. Contact number 9731794776. benign blessings of Puja Dr. Sharnbasva Appaji, Puja Matoshri Dr. Dakshani Awwaji, and Puja
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ
I request all to stand and welcome the dignitaries with a huge round of applause. Due to some unavoidable circumstance, there is bit delay in inaugural functions. Till then, we'll have one technical session by Dr. John Scotches, sir. A very good morning to one and all. I take the privilege to welcome you all to the second international conference on integrated intelligence and communication system hosted by Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi and co-sponsored by ICIICS Bangalore section. Firstly, I would like to welcome Dr. John Scotches, sir, Cape, Peninsula University of Technology, South Africa. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. C. Krishna Mohan, sir, Dean, IIT Hyderabad. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Chava Vijay Saradi, sir, Deputy Director, ICT Technology Development, NTU, Singapore. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. D. Rajesh Reddy, Scientist, ISRO. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Vishwanath P. Sir, EXCOM member, IEEE, NKSS. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Anil Kumar Bidwe, sir, Vice Chancellor, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Shri Baswaraj S. Deshmukh. I also welcome Dr. V.D. Maitri, sir. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Godegaupta, sir. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome S.H. Chandani, sir. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Lakshmi Patil Maka, ma'am, Dean Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Professor Kiran Maka, sir. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Jalgi, sir, Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology. I welcome you, sir. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Virupakshappa Patil, sir, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, to introduce today's eminent resource person, Dr. John Gonjes, sir. Sorry.
Good morning, everybody. Dr. John S. Gonjes is a professor of digital teaching and learning in the Department of Information Technology at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology, South Africa. Prior to that, he was the Dean of Informatics and Design at the same university. He holds 2 master degrees and a doctorate from University of Pretoria. He has supervised more than 150 masters and doctoral students and published more than 87 peer-reviewed articles. He is sought after international keynote speaker and has been a visiting professor at 7 international universities such as Sudan, Norway, Ethiopia, Finland, Ghana, Namibia, and Belgium. He has received several awards for his commitment to teaching and learning, and also for his research excellence. As a distinguished expert and one of the pioneers in education and learning, he has consistently demonstrated a forward-thinking approach, evolving with time to stay at the forefront of innovation. Embracing the transformative power of technology, he has successfully integrated artificial intelligence into teaching, learning, and research, setting new benchmarks for modern education practices. It's a pleasure to have you with us, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now, I invite Dr. Anil Kumar Bidwe, sir, to present token of love to Dr. John Scrogis, sir. Now, I request Dr. John Scrogis, sir, to start our technical session. I request all the dignitaries to occupy the seats in front of the dais.
Yes, I would have, but it's a bit late to put that in now. Because it's not going to be there. Is there a laptop that's already running? I can just go online? Yes. I don't need my own. I can use anyone that's online. So if you can get that up and running, I can talk without it, and then when it's here, I start using it.
Yes, okay. There is a control space over there. If you want, I can keep this one.
No, I'll go without it altogether because, no, I don't need it. It's fine. And because I wanted to go to a website and show them the website, but it's too difficult. I'll just do it like this. Okay, thank you. No problem. I believe. So, is this on? So, namaskara, everybody. I can also say Molweni, which is the one we use in the language of the people of South Africa called ICIICS, and they say Molweni. And in my home language, which is Afrikaans, we say Goeiemorgen, which means good morning. And let me tell you that, let me tell you that this is an, right. Right. Okay. I moved between too loud and too soft. So I think. Okay. So. Where is the microphone that I'm making? Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's take all of this away because I just use this because it doesn't whistle. Okay. Does this whistle? Does this? Can you hear me? Okay, now we're home and dry. I will stay here. I will talk from here. I will take out my phone because I've been told that I have half an hour. And so I will put my phone in front of me so that I can see when half an hour is over. Let me just get it running. Okay, it is now 11:18. So half an hour will be 11:48. Am I correct? That's what I will do. So for the next 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, it is my job to talk and your job to listen. And please put up your hands if you finish before me. I have chosen for my talk to speak to you about coping with the post-human world. And so now you're going to ask me, what is the post-human world? So let me start you with the three worlds that have been around recently. So if we go back to the beginning of times, and we can see that in our various monuments of earliest settlements, there was a belief that nature was in charge. Nature was the god, so to speak. And we had to make sacrifices to nature. And people would push their youngest daughters over the cliff, or they would throw their eldest sons to the fire, or something to keep nature at peace. Then came what was called the Enlightenment, when we discovered that we could actually catch nature, and we can take nature in the form of water, and we can put her into a barrel, and we can close it up, and we can warm her up, and she will give us steam. And with that steam, we can make electricity, and we can run the world instead of nature. So we humans took the rule of the world away from nature, and that was called humanism. And then we said, but nature isn't clever enough. We have to give nature a brain. And so we went around and we told nature, this is naught and this is one. And naught means off and one means on. And now we can take the entire world and we can convert it into naught and one. And we call that digitization. And through that miracle, I am able to be here, but what they are doing, what he's doing right now, is he's standing there and he's taking the whole of me and he's putting it into noughts and ones inside that machine, and then he's going to archive me somewhere forever. So we have become so clever that we have made the machines do everything. And then, in November of 2019, nature said, you know what? I'm going to be God again. And I am going to make only one command. And that command is, thou shalt stay away from each other 1.5 meters. And thou shalt wear a mask. Or I shall kill just enough of you to scare the living daylights out of you. And just like that, nature became God again. And the world formed a whole new church. It was called the WHO, not the popular band, the World Health Organization. And the boss of the World Health Organization became the high priest. And the presidents of all the countries became the chief worshippers of this God. And for 2.5 years, we obeyed absolutely everything that nature told us. And to some people it was good. Suddenly some forests grew back. Whales, dolphins came back into Venice. All sorts of really interesting things happened. But then we said, but wait a minute. We can beat nature again using the machines. And we took the machines with two jobs. One was to make us medicine so that we could beat the virus. The other job was to allow us to travel all over the world without leaving our homes. So we harnessed the machines to take charge of nature again. And then the machines said, do you know what? We want to be in charge now. And how did the machines do that? The machines did that through the machines' Holy Scripture. And the Holy Scripture of the machines is called the algorithm. And the machines use the algorithm to get the only currency that is left. And what is the only currency that is left? The dollar is worth nothing because we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is worth nothing because we can manipulate it. So what is the only currency that we have left? Attention. And where do we find attention? Between your ears. And so the machine said, we want everything you've got, which is between your ears. We want your attention. And how did the machines do that? They took us and they divided us into the pro-maskers and the anti-maskers, the pro-vaxxers, the anti-vaxxers, the pro-Trumps, the anti-Trumps. Whenever the machines could find any naught or one, the machines split us into naught and one, so that we would pay them more attention. And so now do you see what's happening? We've got this, can you remember that game, rock, paper, scissors? That one? That's what we're playing now. We've got rock, nature, paper, us, scissors, the machines. And so we keep on playing that game. And that means that human beings are no longer in charge. What we're living in is a world after the human beings used to be in charge, which is what we call the post-human world. And now, and then of course what the machines have done is they've gone right into our heads, because the machines said, let's teach you a whole new language, and it's called ChatGPT. And there's nobody in this room who does not speak ChatGPT fluently. I hope so. If you don't speak ChatGPT fluently, now is the time to learn. At the end of the year, our students tend to have to appeal to come back next year because they failed this year. But some of our students failed because they write so poorly. But suddenly now, they write perfect letters of appeal. And they all end with "in conclusion." And then we sort of know that ChatGPT wrote it. So, if I have to say it in a really, now I'm going to start provoking a little, because I can't fly all the way across the world without making some people just a little bit cross. And so I'm going to say some things, and if I don't like them, then tell me and I'll say other things. But the post-human world, to me, is incredibly exciting because, and it's ironic for me to say it, but what the post-human world has done is it has ended the command of the old white man. For the first time now, anybody can be in charge of anything. You no longer have to be an old white man, except in America. There you have to be an old white man to be in charge of America. But I'm going to talk about America a little bit later, because I need you as young, and I'm really loving this audience, because you are young, you are vibrant, and you're getting your teeth into things, and that's what you are here for. And so, in my life, and there are very few people in the room who are old enough to see this, but in my life, I was able to see the collapse of an empire. Who else, who wants to guess what that empire was? So, I come from South Africa, and South Africa was made as a halfway stop by the Dutch when they were on their way to Indonesia. South Africa wasn't supposed to be there, we were just the restaurant. And then, when the English kicked the Dutch out, South Africa became the halfway stop for the British on their way to come and mess around with India. So we South Africans feel for you, because we know what happened, because we saw the ships go that way and we saw the ships come back. And I am deeply happy to say that in my life, I was born in 1959, I have seen Mrs. Elizabeth Windsor, that some people used to call Queen Elizabeth, but I don't see why I should call her Queen, because she's not my Queen. So I saw Mrs. Elizabeth Windsor preside over the fastest shrinking empire in the world. I think we can applaud her for that. In 1952, the sun never set on the British Empire. Today, it is a little island off the coast of France that doesn't even have an economy and was very successfully run by an Indian. Is life not beautifully just? So that is what, am I going to be allowed out of the country? Am I going straight to jail after this? I must be very careful, because I don't know the people, I don't know the culture. So I am being very provocative, and I'm being very scared. So if I can have a get out a free card, please. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at a theory introduced by Deleuze and Guattari in about 1960, 65-ish, called rhizome theory. So rhizome theory, let me take you through how the various theories have been working. When I was at school, I was taught that, at junior school, I was taught that critical thinking was important. And I don't know if the same happened to you, but at junior school, critical thinking means thinking exactly the same way as your teacher tells you to do. And so we were taught history with two columns. This column was nationalism, and this column was imperialism. And if you were in my country were an Afrikaner, you were a nationalist, then everything in this column was correct, and all this was evil. And if you were a British in my country, then all this side was correct, and if you were this side, you were bad. And that was critical thinking. It meant you either had to take this side or that side. Then when I got to high school, I got taught, no, actually there is the world is a branching tree. There is let's be at universities. There's the vice-chancellor at the top, then there's the various deputy vice-chancellors, then there's the registrars, then there's the deans, then there's the students, then at the very bottom there's the professors. That's how universities work. And the vice-chancellor is smiling at me because I'm saying the professors are at the bottom. But what do the professors do? The professors pack the apples. We get an apple, we polish it, and then we put a gown on it, and we push it across the line, the production line, and out walks a graduate, and the professor gets the next apple. So that's what we were taught. Turns out, Deleuze and Guattari says, no, that really isn't how it works. The world is not a branching tree, because what you'll often find is that the person at the top plays tennis with the person somewhere in the middle here. And a lot of my work happens between this person and that person without ever going to the vice-chancellor. So the world is not a branching tree. We just use branching trees to try and understand the world. The world is a rhizome. So what is a rhizome? A mushroom is a rhizome, and a ginger plant is a rhizome. So who of you know ginger plants and mushrooms? Just hands up so I know. I won't pick on anybody. Just a mushroom, a ginger plant. They're not talking to me, these people. All right, you know that. You're just shy to put your hands up. Okay. So let's have a look at the principles of the rhizome. There are 6 principles of a rhizome. You will know from education theory that nobody can remember 6 things. And here I'm standing in front of you, and you're expecting me to remember the 6 principles of the rhizome. And that's very easy, because I'm not remembering 6 things, I'm remembering 3 parts: connectedness and heterogeneity, multiplicity and asignifying rupture, cartography and decalcomania. And I'm shaking like this not because I'm so very scared of you, but I do just tremble. I'm an old person. So let's have a look at those characteristics of the rhizome. And what I'd like you to do is think a bit about how you see that work in your world. So the first thing we're going to look at is the pair, connectedness and heterogeneity. And the first thing we'll look at is connectedness, which says that everything is connected with everything else. And so it was quite fun for me to learn here that the registrar is an English teacher. Because I'm an English teacher myself. I call myself a professor, but I teach people to write essays of about 250 pages to 300, and then they get a doctorate. So I'm also an English teacher. And so those things are connected. I ran a faculty as a dean for many years where I had various disciplines, including IT, all the way across to fashion design. So I had IT, architecture, journalism, public relations, town planning, fashion design, and what do they call the surface design? People who design surfaces. So people said, how can you have a faculty that is that diverse? And I said, how can I make a website without a graphic designer and an IT person in the same room? They are connected. How can I make a robot without an IT person and an industrial designer in the same room? How can I make a wearable watch without a fashion designer and an IT person in the same room? So everything is connected to everything else. And it is our job, particularly as university students and university professors, to make those connections and make connections that we haven't even seen to be there. And one of the platforms that IT got born out of that is LinkedIn. LinkedIn says all you have to do is link to somebody who will link you to somebody who will link you to somebody, and 6 degrees of separation, you are connected to the whole world. And that's how I came here. My friend Piet Kommers spoke to Suresh, who spoke to me, who spoke to the airlines, and here I am, because we are that connected. So that's the first thing. When you do something, particularly if you're an IT person, remember, and it is about that connection. What electron are you connecting to what other electron? What network are you connecting to another network? What person are you connecting to another person? There are countries where they have to switch the internet off when there is political instability because everybody is connected to everything. That can be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not here to make judgments about things. I'm here simply to do a cartography, to give you a map of what the strange world in which we live looks like. So sometimes you get a thing called hyperconnectivity, which means that we are too connected. And sometimes we just have to turn our phones off and put them in our pockets, otherwise we just get too nervous about what's going to happen next, because the next time that WhatsApp pings, is it going to be good or bad news? And so I end up being afraid of my phone because it's too connected. The next one we have to look at is heterogeneity. Heterogeneity is linked to connectivity because it says everything is different. And so I have in my hands here 2 plastic bottles. They are actually quite expensive plastic bottles, and inside them is free water. It is strange how the world works, that we would pay a whole lot of plastic to get something, that we can get for free out of a tap. But most of you would agree with me that these 2 bottles are identical. And yet they are not. Because this one has my left-hand thumbprints on it, and this one has my right-hand fingerprints on it. Already at this stage, I've only just touched them, and they are different. And in that way, everything that we deal with is different from everything else, even if we think it's the same. And that's the one thing that the machines are catching up on. It is now 38. I have 10 minutes left. Just checking. And I'll make it. I've got enough time. But now I've gone offline. Oh, yes. So the machines are using difference to make us, to make movement. What we know about difference, those of you who are engineers will know about potential difference. Difference is what causes movement. If you have no difference, you have no movement. So that's where connectedness and heterogeneity come together. So those of you who in your jobs design flowcharts and maps. You know, where you have this and then it goes there and then it goes there. Wherever you put a dot, there's difference. Wherever you put an arrow, at least a line, there's connectedness. And whenever you put an arrow, there's movement. And movement costs money. So if you've got a transformation plan, then every arrow that you've put on that transformation plan is what you're going to have to budget for. So that's what connectedness means. And one of the things that we university professors are really bad at is to show the connections. I was lucky enough to fail vectors twice. One in the 8th grade when I failed vectors in mathematics, and the next year in the 9th grade when I failed vectors in physics. So I am happy to say that I was able to fail the same thing twice in 2 different years by 2 different teachers. So it's either that I am very gifted at failing or they were very bad at teaching. But the point is, never did anybody even think of telling me that they were the same vectors that I failed. I only learned that as a grown-up. And so that is one of the things that we as university teachers get wrong all the time, which is to connect things with where they should be connected. So that's connectedness and heterogeneity. The next thing we need to look at is multiplicity. Multiplicity tells us that the multiple is the unit. We tend to think of things as one, but whether this is in a bottle or not, it is still water. And the water is what helps us. And the water is a whole lot of multiples that go all the way down. And the Vice-Chancellor spoke just now about quantum computing, and what I really like about quantum computing is it's the first one that recognizes multiplicity. Quantum computing is saying it's not naught or one, it's somewhere in between. The whole thing matters. And so whenever we say either or, when we look at the world from a post-human perspective, you see, this is where a certain large country on the other side of the sea from us is getting it wrong, because they keep on saying either or. Whereas what I'm seeing in this country of yours, it was fascinating. You guys understand both and. And I'll give you one good example, because I traveled for 4 hours yesterday from Hyderabad, which I don't know if it's that side or that side, but or maybe it's, anyway, I traveled for 4 hours from Hyderabad. And in those 4 hours, I have not spent so much time on the wrong side of a solid white line than I have ever in my whole life before. A solid white line clearly in India simply means that you need to hoot once or twice before you cross it. And then you just need to look and see who's coming up from the front. So what's happening here is 2 laws are existing at the same time. The one is the law made by the government that says maybe you should not drive on the other side of the white line. And then there's the rule of the road that says if we stay behind the white line, we will never get to our destination. So somewhere in between those 2 sets of rules is where we work. And that to me is such a good example of the multiple being the unit. Both those laws live in harmony. Because if we make an accident on the wrong side of that line, the government will know which person to punish. So the law works and the rule works. And that's the thing about multiplicity. And I think this is one of the strengths. I can only talk as an outsider who sat on a little tip of a country and saw your ships go past. So I cannot talk. But if I look at my perception of India and the Indian people, it has always been that they are both and people. They have the ability to accommodate. And you see, the really cool thing about an accommodator is who is being accommodated by an accommodator? The accommodator is being accommodated because you take water and you make it unaccommodating. It's called ice. And it can't fill a container. Now you make it very accommodating. You make it a gas. And as large as the container is, so much space the gas will use. And that's why an accommodator is something that can actually, it thinks it's serving you, but you're serving it. And that's the clever thing about multiplicity. The next one is how we get to multiplicity. And we get there by asignifying rupture. Asignifying rupture means that if it's a rhizome plant that you're dealing with, if you break that plant into two, you can plant both those halves and they will both grow. And that is the excitement of higher education. We teach you things. We give you just the stem of the plant, and we expect you to break those and plant them in two different ways, and then when they've grown a bit, break them again and plant them in two different ways, and when they've grown again, break them again. So ask yourself, are you collecting enough things to break? And are you breaking enough things? Are you realizing that when you get taught one thing in one classroom, it is connected to something in another classroom, and you can break it off and use it there? That's what asignifying rupture means. And I have 3 more minutes to go through cartography and decalcomania. So when I was a school teacher, I taught my children mind maps. Can you remember mind maps? You know mind maps. You put the heading in the middle, and then you put lines across so that you can see the relationships between various things. And so what I used to do is I used to take the textbook and go home and convert the textbook into a mind map and draw the textbook on the chalkboard. And then when I looked around, all the learners had also drawn that mind map in their book. So I had a map, but they had tracings. They didn't have their own maps. What should happen, and that's what I now give my students to do for homework, you put yourself in the middle, and then you put the relevant bits of the textbook, and you show how that is related to you. Then every person in this room will have her own map, and that is what cartography is about. Cartography is about us all drawing our own maps. Decalcomania is the one that I'm going to end with, and I need to demonstrate, so I'm going to have to ask you, sir, just to stand up so that people can see your shirt. So just look at that gentleman. Thank you, thank you. Just look at his shirt, and you see it's made up of endlessly repeating patterns that are all the same and all different. And we can see it, and we say, oh yes, I know a shirt like that. I've got one at home. It's completely different, but it's exactly the same. And that's what decalcomania means. Decalcomania means our life consists of endlessly repeating patterns, and those of you who have ever made copper sulfate crystals will know that no two of them are the same, but yet they're all identical. They've all got, and that's what decalcomania is about. Decalcomania is about the fact that we need to recognize those patterns, because if we can recognize that pattern today, we'll recognize the pattern tomorrow, and we'll recognize the pattern. I saw the Vice Chancellor recognize a pattern in his office today. He said, next conference is going to be about quantum computing. That's how you become a Vice Chancellor, I know, because I never became one. You are able to recognize patterns. And that is why you're at university, to recognize patterns. And so that brings us then to decalcomania, which is this endlessly repeating patterns that we get when we draw our cartographies out of the things that we have broken up to make multiples of different things that are all connected. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is rhizome theory. And it was great fun to be with you. And I have 30 seconds left.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your invaluable insights with us today. We appreciate your time and expertise. Once again, thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Sujata Malapura ma'am, Dean of Research, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, to introduce Dr. Chava Vijay Saradhi, sir, Deputy Director, ICT Technology Development, NTU, Singapore.
Good morning, everyone. Dr. Chava Vijay Saradi sir earned his PhD in Electrical and Computer Engineering from National University of Singapore, a Master of Science in Computer Science and Engineering from Indian Institute of Technology, Chennai, and Executive MBA from SP Jain, Singapore. Since 2011, Sir has been with Nanyang Technology University in the innovation and enterprise ecosystem. Dr. Saradi engages with diverse range of stakeholders, including academia, industry, legal councils, and government agencies. Sir manages the Infocom communication technologies portfolio at NTU, overseeing the intellectual property, asset management, technology transfer, and commercialization. Sir has significant expertise in emerging Infocom technologies, IP management, licensing, venture building, and open innovations. Over the past decade, Sir has licensed more than 325 technologies, mentored 33 spin-offs, and raised approximately $40 million for commercialization efforts. In his early research career, he collaborated with the global researchers, published over 70 peer-reviewed articles, authored book chapters, contributed to the standard bodies, and served as the vice chair of IEEE Technical Committee on High-Speed Networking. As a principal and co-principal investigator, he secured around 30 million in research funding. Recently, as co-PI, Sir has obtained Singapore dollar of 62 million from Cybersecurity Agency to establish the Cyber SG and RD program office at National Technological NTU. Thank you, sir.
Now, I would like to invite Dr. V.D. Maitri sir, Director, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, to present token of love to Dr. Chava Vijay Saradi sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Chava Vijay Saradi sir to start a session.
Can I have my slides up? Hello? Okay. So I'm not going to talk technical things. I'm going to talk more of how can we use the technology to benefit the society, right? Can you hear me? Okay. How many of you are interested in starting a company? How many of you are interested in working for a company? Most of them, right? Most of you. So I'm going to talk why innovation is important, what is research, how do you convert research inputs or outputs into something that is useful for the society and create jobs, wealth creation and wealth capture, particularly in a country like India, because we are 1.4 billion people, we can't create jobs. Government can't create jobs. We have to create ourselves, right? That's what I'm going to talk about. So what is research? Most of you are probably working on some of the problems, are reading research articles, yes? So what is research? Basically, we systematically investigate something, some materials that are published, some sources of information, are something that we look into and understand what previous works have done, and then try to incorporate something that is going to be emerging technology for the future, right? So that's what we do. Okay, anyway, so when we do the research, we come to conclusions, some conclusions that may be useful or that may not be useful. But in the process, what we are doing basically is converting the money into knowledge. We are spending billions of dollars to come up with some science. AI could be one, quantum computing could be one, post-quantum cryptography could be one. Something like that, we are going to come up with a technology that is going to be useful for the society in the coming decades, right? So we are spending billions of dollars and converting that money into knowledge. So how do we make money then? Innovation. So you have to convert that research knowledge into money again. Otherwise, society will stop, right? So how do we do that? We have to make new products, new services to innovation is about. Something that is useful for the society, some products, some services to the society. So in this process, what are we doing? We are transforming the knowledge back into the money. Right? That's what we are doing. And if you want to do that, in the process, we need two things. We need technology innovation. We need business model innovation. If you have only technology innovation, it's not going to work. If you have only business model innovation, it's not going to work. You have to have both. Uber, for example. What is there in Uber? Ola. There is nothing. There are some cars lying down, idle. And you come up with a platform, connect the users who needs it. You are done. Ola, you have a great business. Right? That's the business model innovation. He didn't come up with a new car. It's not a new car. Car was there for years and years. So that's what business model innovation is about. And, for example, Google Glasses. Of course, it's a failed project, but there are so many technologies that went into Google Glasses. iPhone. There are so many technologies that went into iPhone. Right? So that's what. So, in the process, basically, you have to spend a lot of time converting research, doing research, and then back into the innovation takes years. Just an example, if you see, we have come up with the atomic clock long time back. But that gets into the GPS, how many years it took? Close to 2000. US government has allowed to use it for the public use, not for the military use, but public use. So it took 40, 50 years for that. So during that time, somebody has to spend money. So that somebody is government. Government spends lots of money. Like what you said, there are 6,000 crores put aside for the quantum computing. There are so many dollars that are put into by the government. So if you see, there are countries, some countries that spend a lot of money as a percentage of GDP. If you see, I don't know, some reason I can't show this, but if you see on the top, there is Singapore there, and if you see on the bottom, that's Singapore. That's India there. Right? Can I have the Kalaburagi? Sorry for that. So India is here now. So we spend roughly 0.5% of GDP. Singapore spends roughly close to 2.6, 2.7%. The countries, why this research dollar spending is important? Because GDP is linked to innovation. The government's economy is linked to innovation. If you see, in India, global index, if you see, we are 39 globally. We used to be 81 long time back. And we have 4 science and technology clusters in the top 100. And we are third in terms of patent publications. Right? Is that enough? No. Because we are 1.4 billion people. And if you see, we are 6th globally. And then if you see that, that's what the small countries, small companies contribute to. So these are important. You need to understand as students, because working for a company is different, and working for yourself and creating money and creating jobs is different. And that's what you have to think about as young people, right? So the MSME stands for micro and small, medium enterprises, the small companies that create jobs. In Singapore, 96% of the companies in total Singapore are small companies, very small companies. Okay? I don't want to read this. You can read. I hope all of you can see this. So these are the numbers. That means India has to generate roughly about 8 to 10 million jobs every year. Every year. So can we depend on the government to do that? No. So there are some people, government spends on the money in research. So there are some universities that we have to do as university. So we have to come up with something. Okay, because we spend money on research, we have to convert that into some spin-off companies and then create jobs. Research Foundation. They spend billions of dollars for doing fundamental research, very basic science, technology readiness level 1, 2, 3. And then A-STAR is a research institute which takes those technologies and then takes it further from technology readiness level 3, 4 to 5, 6. And then after that, once you create the companies, new businesses, there are government agencies that fund those businesses, they grow those businesses. And when they are growing, they need to get access to the markets outside Singapore. So they have government agencies to take these companies to outside Singapore. And then, of course, you have to have MNCs coming into Singapore also. So you have EDB, Economic Development Board. So they go to big companies like Microsoft, Google, and those people, and they talk, and then they negotiate. They bring those companies into Singapore to set up R&D shops. So there are government agencies working in the whole system, and from the technology readiness level 1 to 9, working and helping the companies to grow. So I'm hoping that there are some agencies in maybe also doing that. I don't know the thing. So how universities can drive this innovation? So why I gave that history and background is basically we need to understand how these universities are going to contribute and how universities can create value, just not academic people or technology understanding and students coming out of the thing, but how we can actually make them skilled so that they are employable, right? So for that, basically we need very good world-class science and engineering, we need world-class faculty, we need world-class infrastructure, we need continuity in R&D. Once we have that, we need to also educate the students in all those things, entrepreneurship, conducting boot camps, conducting trainings. I'm going to talk a little bit more on those things, an IP framework, intellectual property framework, grants and investments, and then those two together will lead to spin-off companies. We as a university create roughly about 40 spin-offs every year. And we roughly patent about 300 patents, and we license about 120 licenses. These licenses can go to multinational companies, small companies, outside companies, in Singapore companies, we don't care. As long as we make money, we license. And we don't want the technology to sit idle and collect the dust. We want the technology to be useful to the society, right? So, I introduced a word called technology transfer office. Most of the universities, either in US or outside, will have a unit dedicated. In IIT Madras also we have. So unit dedicated to do the technology transfer and technology development. So usually what they do is technology license, and also they do the startup and incubation. They also educate the entrepreneurs who wants to create companies. Like some of you lifted your hand and said, I want to create a company, right? We identify those people when they are young, when they are into first year, and we train them, we coach them, right? So as a technology transfer office, what do? We go to the big companies, we negotiate deals to set up the joint labs with us, to set up the corporate labs with us, so that we work directly on the industry problem statements. We don't sit and dream in the lab, but we sit there, we go out, we talk to the people. Hey, I know you are a big company, you have $1 billion there. Can you give us $50 million? We can do something that is useful for your company. Not now, but in the next 5 years, that could be a product, right? That's collaboration. And we also do a lot of consultancy. If the industry has problem and it is a short-term problem, we also do a lot of consultancy. And we allow the faculty to do that. And we do co-development with the companies. And also we do joint ventures. For example, we exited a company last year, which we had equity in that, and we exited at $200 million valuation. We sold it to a big company, which makes ammunitions, fighter flights, fighter planes, and sells it to the whole world. Right? Why do we do that? We do this for this. We want to create jobs. We want to improve the economy. We want to create a multiplier effect in the economy. Right? So how do we do that? how we do. We start from idea generation, and we recognize the opportunity, and we do the patent code filing, intellectual property filing, and then we develop the prototype. That the third part is done in the university. There are grants that we can support. We can give up to $250,000 Sing dollars, or up to $500,000. There are different types of grants available for that. People who are interested in spin-off companies to do the product development. Once they are done, either we do it through the licensing to an existing company, or we start a company. It is a small piece of technology that gets into, let's say I come up with an image sensor. If I don't want to create a company, I can license it to Google, I can license it to Apple, right? If that technology can, actually it's my miniaturized, it is very compact, and it can give me, instead of 100 or 120 megapixel, if you can give me a little bit more, I can actually license it to the company, or I can create own company, right? So once we create that company, we do the product development and sell. But in the process, you need to understand there are several companies fail. It's not that every company that is created is going to be successful, right? It's not that every company is going to be Google, right? There are many companies that fail. 80% of those companies that fail, usually around 3 months to 6 months. Another 10% is failed around a year. Another 9% or 10% is failed in another 1 year. So, less than 1% makes it. So, our job as a technology transfer and as a university, as an entity that uses taxpayers' dollars, is how can we increase that percentage? If we can take that less than 1% to 10%, that's a win for us. That's what we do exactly. So why do these companies fail? Companies fail because people usually sit in the lab and they dream, oh, I guess this technology is useful for somebody. But after spending maybe $30 million, they realize there is no use. There is no customer who wants to pay. That's a big circle that you see, right? The size of the circle tells you what is the reason why the companies fail. And the second biggest reason the companies fail is they are out of cash. They plan and they went to venture capital, they spoke, and they raised $1 million, $2 million. Before they raise next round, they're done. They fail, right? Or they also don't have the right team. Because we as a technology university usually focus on technology. But as I said, we need two: technology innovation and business innovation. So we need to have a complementary team for that. So where do we get that? So we go to business school in the university, we matchmake. We say, okay, this is a technology here, and we can identify the students who can run this as a CEO. Because we know we are good at technology, we can be a CTO, but we know we cannot be a CEO. So we have entrepreneurship education center. So we offer masters and bachelors and PhD degrees in entrepreneurship. We go to those schools and say, we want to do a spin-off, come and talk to us. And we bring them and then we matchmake. So, as I said, TRL stands for Technology Readiness Level. So we have to take all the way from dreams to something that is tangible, that is useful for the society, services, products, and stuff like that. So you need to understand the feasibility from the technology standpoint. You need to understand the desirability from the end customer point of view. You need to understand the viability with the money and funding that is required for that. So this is what the risk is. So as a technology transfer office, we are trying to fill that, de-risk that, and we are trying to fill that opportunity, right? So how do we do this? There is a structured process. That's what we go through. We pre-incubate, we create a startup, and we go on behalf of the companies. We sometimes negotiate with the venture capitals, raise funds, and we give the space to them, and then they can grow until to a decent time. Then we kick them out from our office. They will go out. What do we get in return? We take equity in those companies. together with them. So this is how we do. So we have POC, POV. POC stands for proof of concept. POV stands for proof of value. And we have 250 in the first stage. We have $500,000 in the second stage. And then once they spin up the company, we also have, as a university, as fund, it outside venture capital. We invest into them as if we are at another venture capital. So what do we need if we want to do this into a successful company? We need education, we need capital, we need venture building, we need ecosystem plugin. I will explain each of those pillars and then I'm done. Come to the university and help us. We will pay you small honorarium or something, but what do they get in return? They are going to be co-founder or they are going to have equity in the company. Because they have done it, they failed a couple of times probably, or they learned it over a period of time. As I said, our goal is to increase that less than 1% to 10%. So if somebody has done mistakes and learned it, we don't want to do those mistakes again. Right? So we want to learn from them. So we go and talk to those people and bring them. EIR stands for Entrepreneurs in Residence. So we bring those entrepreneurs who are experts, who have done that a couple of times, and then bring them and ask them to stay with us on campus. Right? And we have to create the labs and facilities, open innovation labs, and all those things where students can go and tinker, can develop some prototypes on their own. It's completely free. They can develop. They will have to register. And if it is a small fund that is required up to $5,000, we give them. We don't. Of course, we have to scrutinize and see the proposal and all those things. It is complicated, but we will actually take them through all those things. Do we get success out of that? Yes, very strong success. But what do we get in return? Inculcate entrepreneurship mindset in the students. Okay, so as I said, all these things are positive things. But there are some problems also. When we do the technology transfer and when we create companies, there are some problems. Because professors being professors, they write proposals, they get the funding and they do the research, they read the previous papers, they read that. When they can develop up to a prototype, but once they are developing up to prototype, they say, converting this into product is not my job. I don't want to do it. I am not recruited for that. And I am recruited for doing research because we are technology and research intensive university. We have to ask the professors to publish so many papers and so many research dollars and stuff like that. So they are under pressure for doing those things. So it's not their key performance indicator. So somebody else has to do. So there are gaps. So and also they are not measured on the commercial success. They are measured on publications. They are measured on citations. They are measured on funding. They are measured on PhD students. Blah blah blah. Right. So all those things. So and also you have to find the right technology at the right time with the right team. If you don't have a proper team, you are done. You are doomed to fail. Right. So it's a rare combination. And if you find that rare combination, you have to take it seriously. And that's what we exactly do. And also, there are some other issues with the spin-off companies. Again, I don't want to read it. You can hopefully see and read it. So, any questions, I'm happy to take. with me, you can scan and you can connect.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge with us, and your insights have greatly benefited. Thank you again for your time and contribution. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Shulila Patil Ma'am, Chairperson, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Exclusive for Women, to introduce Dr. D. Rajesh Reddy, sir, Scientist, SF at ISRO.
Good afternoon, one and all. Dr. D. Rajesh Reddy obtained his BTech and MTech in Computer Science and Engineering with distinction from JNTU, Hyderabad. He received his PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Currently, Sir is Scientist SF in Advanced Data Processing Research Institute, ISRO, Department of Space, Hyderabad. He is a Fellow of Institution of Engineers, Fellow of Institute of Engineers and Fellow of IETE, Senior Member IEEE, Life Member of Astronautical Society of India. His research work include satellite image processing and analysis, geographical information systems, computer vision, pattern recognition, artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques. He has 30 publications in the peer-reviewed journals and international conferences. Sir is also serving as a reviewer for IEEE journals of selected topics in applied Earth observations and remote sensing, IEEE transactions on geosciences and remote sensing, neurocomputing elsewhere, and neural computing and applications Springer. Sir has received Team Excellence Award from Chairman ISRO in 2018. Sir has also received a Certificate of Appreciation from Aviation Research Center, NSCS, New Delhi, for his work base layer creation using Indian remote sensing satellites. Recently, Sir was awarded Institute Alumni Award from IIT Hyderabad for his distinguished contribution to the nation building in 2023. We are glad to have you here, sir. Thank you.
Now, I invite Dr. Ashri Dolegowda, sir, Registrar Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, to present token of love to Dr. D. Rajesh Reddy, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. D. Rajesh Reddy, sir, to start a session.
Hello. Yeah, good morning, dignitaries and respected faculties and my dear students. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the nice introduction. Today, I'm going to give a talk which is relevant to the current trendings, like the topic is relevant to the space-based Earth observation systems. So basically, there are many, platforms through which we can observe the Earth, and also we can acquire the data in the form of imagery remotely. And these data sets are in humongous volumes in nature, so which requires an efficient representation for their analysis and interpretation. Basically, what kind of analysis is required over these remote sensing imagery? So what is the need for it is, see, there is a user, he wants, what are the activities happening cross-border level. So in that case, the remote sensing platforms such as drones, UAVs, those are not allowed to acquire the data at cross-border level. In that case, satellites will be the prominent remote sensing platforms. So where the data can be acquired and further that will be sent to us and we will be doing some process by using some kind of techniques, sophisticated techniques like artificial intelligence and machine learning to analysis and their interpretation. So that kind of representations we will be computing at the lab and we will be providing the insightful and the informed decisions to the end user. So the title of my talk is that's what the representations for remote sensing imagery analysis. So an efficient representation is required for remote sensing imagery analysis as they are very much useful to the development of many applications. Wide range of applications, you can name it like resources, natural resources, planning and management, urban planning, and disaster management, and decision-making systems. So this will help the strategic user to come at a conclusion and act accordingly. And this analysis definitely requires a deeper analysis, both at scene level as well as the object level. So the scene level information provides you, let us say the user requirement at the cross border is there any new infrastructure coming up at this particular location? So based on the availability of the satellite in the space, we will be acquiring the data and we will be analyzing the data, and if it is any new infrastructure such as bridge or an airport, so that kind of information will remote sensing imagery. So in segmentation task, we will be dealing with the delineation of the objects at both semantic level as well as instance level based on the user's requirement. So in semantic level, we will be delineating the multiple objects and those objects of the same class will be grouped together into a single entity. So that will give you, this is a task of particular nature that will provide good information to the end user. And similarly, once that is known to him and he wants further information about a particular task, then we will go for instance level segmentation, where we will treat the individually delineated objects as an individual instances. So let us say some few different kinds of aircrafts are available or are there in the particular region. So we will be delineating as a separate, like the kinds of aircraft. It can be fighter aircraft, it can be commercial aircraft. So that way we will be giving the insights more prominently. So in general, what happens? So the remote sensing platforms, basically the satellite will be acquiring the data in the form of two kinds. One is panchromatic remote sensing images, which is in general gray color. Another kind of image is RGB, red, green, blue band. So which will, this is what is the second one. So in general, these are the very large scale images. So in order to perform these analysis on such kind of images, we cannot directly perform it. Though we have sophisticated GPUs and the infrastructure which are not capable of holding the data as such. So in order to process such kind of data sets for further analysis, we will be partitioning those large scale images into a smaller patches called scenes. So these scenes will be used to obtain an efficient representation which will provide the insights for the scene classification as well as for the segmentation task. So these two tasks play major role in remote sensing area where you can develop many applications such as image retrieval. So I want a particular infrastructure of this kind. Is it existing in any other area on the globe, entire globe? So that way you can really search the particular infrastructure through satellite images. And you can probably, that can be used to build some other areas like that. Otherwise, so that can be a threat to you. So you can decide many factors. And similarly, natural resources and planning and their management. Nowadays, the water is the main source for any habitant, as well as the pollution-free environment. So which are all can be analyzed and monitored through satellite images. Similarly, the target recognition. So yes, I already showed you in the slide. Instance segmentation, if you see, there are different kinds of aircraft which are landed or parked in the particular airport. So in such a target recognition is also possible with this satellite imagery, and of course disaster management. So it can be landslides or snow avalanches. So it can be recently happened, why not, what the landslide. So that kind of analysis also can be done, and we can also forecast what are all the prominent regions where it's prone to go for avalanche or it's prone to landslide. So based on the data we have, so we can analysis a priori and we can inform the relevant users so that they can take a priori some kind of decisions to evacuate them. So these are all applications will definitely be helping in making wise decisions, so which will be helpful for the common man. So now my talk, I would be restricting my talk to the scene classification rather than instance segmentation and all because of the time constraints. In scene classification, what we do is, so we try to determine an appropriate class label based on the content available in the image. So in the figure you can see there are two kinds of images, remote sensing imagery is what we use for this task. One is panchromatic, another one is color image, RGB image. So these images, though it may provide data details in the RGB, sometimes what happens, the panchromatic data will give you high resolution data. So the finest details will be observed in the pan data than the RGB because of the constraint in the transmission of the data from the stage to the ground. What happens, instead of transmitting RGB 3 bands, there will be a, the requirement, urgent requirement, they won't even wait till to transmit 3 kinds of bands like RGB. So we may have to deal with some images like panchromatic images, where is a single band, so we have to bear with it, but it will be very good resolution compared to RGB. So these are the samples, few samples. So for the scene classes like airports, see the difference between the aircraft, the airport looking at RGB image as well as in the gray image. So there are lot of details which are not present in the panchromatic image. So similarly, so for other scene classes you can just have a look. Though we can consider the scene classification to provide some kind of decisions at scene level. So what we do, because of the many issues like, there is a non-uniform background across the scenes and very high similarity between the scenes of different classes, and the scenes of the same class will be having large variations. So that will, and again, one more important issue would be the spatial arrangements of multi-scale objects or arbitrary. So that these issues will definitely need a sophisticated techniques. So to address and the issues, like I can show you some of the issues. So if you see in the figure, so the non-uniform background is existing in the same class of different samples. For example, in the bridge scene, if you consider, the first scene of the bridge has the water as its background, and the second scene has sand as its background. So though it belongs to the same class, the background, the large amount of the scene consists of different backgrounds, though only the very few pixels occupied the bridge. So this is one of the particular issue, and one more is the basketball court. If you see, the background is with lawn and without lawn. And similarly, if you see the first scene consists of with trees and no vehicles at all. And if you observe the second scene, there are vehicles but no trees at all. So how can you conclude it belongs to the same class, though we have different backgrounds? So that's what we are going to see now. And similarly with the stadium, so one is with buildings, surrounded by buildings, and without buildings. So these are some of the issues. And one more issue is the scenes of different classes look visually similar. If you see, there are two different classes like church and palace. There are subtle variations you can observe in the first two scenes. They look very similar visually. And similarly, the freeway and overpass, though they are meant for different functionalities, they look very similar. Similarly for railway and railway station. So we have to give a prompt input to the user so that he can take decision. So with these subtle variations, it's very difficult to create a methodology which can give you a discriminable representation. Another issue is within the same class, if you observe the bridge, beach, see the water content present in the first scene and the second scene. In the first scene, the water content is very less compared to the second scene. And you observe the color. The water color changes from one scene to another scene. And similarly, the building structures of a church is having different patterns. And the island, if you come to the island, see we have more number of islands, and that is also an island, this is also an island. And see the runway has different patterns. So it looks like a zigzag manner, it's like a parking area, but it's a runway. The second scene of the runway, it looks like a parking area, but it's a runway. The important issue here is, though we have a scene of common class, but the objects will be of different sizes and the spatial arrangements are different. So if you observe the airplane, so in the image, it can be anywhere. It can be in the left corner, right corner, and down, or sometimes it is uniformly distributed. So these are all would be the difficulties what we need to consider in designing a particular methodology. Coming to the existing representations for scene classification, so here I present a very overview of the existing approaches, which are categorized into 3 levels. One is handcrafted feature-based methodologies, which is also known as low-level features, and the second one is mid-level feature-based methodology and high-level features-based methodology. Handcrafted features will consider the color histograms. So let us say if it is an RGB image, you can go with color histograms and the texture descriptors and SIFs. So these are the different methodologies which will be used by the low level. And in mid-level, what happens? The mid-level features will be utilizing the low-level features and develop some encoding methodologies. So like K means PCA and bag of words. And in high level, we will be using the convolutional neural networks and which are prominent in computer vision tasks. And if you see the pros and cons of these methodologies, the low-level features utilizes the spatial cues such as color histogram and texture to describe the local, but the designing of these handcrafted features is very much depending on the characteristics of the image. So it needs an expert to design particular handcrafted features. So that is one consequence with this. And if you come to mid-level, so there are very limited methodologies which are available to encode the local features, which cannot give the better representation in classifying the scenes. So if you see the high-level features, the benefit of the high-level features, it can handle the different spatial arrangements of the objects as well as the multi-scale objects. So which is prominent in any remote sensing imagery, this issue is persistent. And coming to the demerits of the high-level features, it always results into a high-dimensional data sets, so which will not be useful in processing the particular requirement in a given limited time. So we need to develop a compact representation but discriminable. So that's what we need to obtain through some techniques called AIML. And it also supports the class imbalance of the scenes. So to address these issues, we propose a technique called scene attribute modeling to learn scene vectors for scene classification in RGB remote sensing images. So where we try to observe discriminative representations by modeling the collection of atomic attributes. For example, if you consider a beach stars, the important attributes could be sand and water. What we will be doing here is we extract the convolution features from various architectures, CNN architectures. We will be giving them to train the large GMMs where so the extracted features will be used to train the large-scale GMM, Gaussian mixture model, where each component of Gaussian mixture model aims to learn the scene attribute. So what is the attribute here? Here, the attribute for the beach is sand and water. So the GMM, the component of a GMM is going to learn the particular scene attribute. And these are the convolution architectures what we use. We have taken the last count block to extract the features, and where we use the GMM, so which is given in the equation 1, and we use the map adaptation to enhance the contribution of these scene attributes, so-called the sand and water for the beach scene class. So we are going to enhance the contribution of these scene attributes that best represent the scene. So that's what we will be getting through this map adaptation. And finally, we will be representing the scene by the concatenation of adapted means, and it's a very high dimension in nature. So for a 2048 dimension and 64 Gaussian mixtures, it results into 131K dimension, which is very high, which is not the need of the day. So that's why we are going to use a factor analysis where we are getting a compact and discriminative scene vector, which is represented in the equation 7 by W. So we have evaluated our proposed methodology on these data sets, which are open source, and so these are the results for the 21 class UCM data structures, where you can see the 64 Gaussian components provide the more accuracy, that is 99.9, and similarly we evaluated on 8 data sets, and in this case the components are 128, which can give you the best discrimination of the scenes. these are the results. And you see the separation. Is there any confusion between the medium residential and dense residential? So if you see with our proposed method, the separation is almost a discriminable separation we got. And similarly for Church and Palace, which is very tricky because of the similar structures, though we could get some extent, but it's very hard to exercise on these particular data sets. So we have come across another. So I think because of the time constraints, I just wanted to wind up. Yeah. Good. You can workshop. So we are presenting a brochure of workshop which is going to be conducted at IIT Hyderabad soon in the coming month with a collaboration of US. So this is a workshop focused on surveillance.
Yeah, so hello everybody. Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me now? Yeah, so actually IIT Hyderabad is conducting one Indo-US workshop in the month of December 16. It's a very big event. Okay. So there are very top people from US and India are coming. Okay. I think it is on 16th, 17th, 18th December. So please take advantage of this work program and try to attend. Can you show the other PDF speakers list? No, not this. No, that inauguration. No, one more. That entire program, no speakers list, tentative. the list of speakers, for opening ceremony, we have US Consulate General Hyderabad, Miss Jennifer, and then IT Minister Sridhar Babu, and then Science and Padma Shri, Science Executive Chairman Padma Shri BVR Mohan Reddy Garu, and then Padma Vibhushan Nageshwar Reddy from Chairman AIG Hospitals, and then Sanjay Mishra, Advisor to the Government of India, Biotechnology Department, and then so we have Professor Ramesh Jain from University of Irvine, California, and Professor S.S. Iyengar from Florida International University, and then we have Ravindran from IIT Madras, and Vijay Chandra from Genomics Company, and then Mohit Jain from Microsoft, and then so we have Microsoft, Google Research, and then Anand Madhubushi is one of the very top scientists in the USA, and then we have Shravanti Parasa. She's a famous gastroenterologist in USA who works in AI for healthcare, and then we have Kshitij Jaggi and Risa USA. Please come down. G.V. Rao from AIG Hospitals, and then Renu Jan Vinod from IIT Hyderabad, IIIT Hyderabad, Pushpak Bhattacharya, and then he is the former director of IIT Patna. He is coming, and then John Barger, head of AI Advocacy, GE Healthcare, and then Sanjay Dodmani, another big guy in US who works in healthcare, and then Wendy from National Science Foundation, NSF, and then Dana from National Institute of Health, and then NIST, Sriram, then Arvind Rao from University of Michigan, and then Milan Tambe, Harvard University, and then you can see from all IITs we have speakers. Come down, please. Yeah. So there are still some more people to confirm. So you can see the list of people, speakers. So it's going to be one of its kind of event. So I suggest all of you to take advantage of this event, register and try to attend. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, one and all. I also winded up my talk.
I thank Dr. D. Rajesh Reddy sir for your informative session. Now I request all the participants to stay back. Avaji is on the way. We'll start for inaugural function.
By the benign blessings of Puja Dr. Sharnbasva Appaji, Puja Matoshri Dr. Dakshayani Awwaji, and Puja Chiranjeevi Dodappa Appaji, Godada Engineering College for Women is committed to deliver a quality education at all levels and provide opportunities for aspiring youth. A place to learn, a chance to grow. Welcome to the world of opportunities. Faculty of Engineering and Technology exclusively for women, Sharnbasva University, approved by Government of Karnataka and ICIICS New Delhi. It was formerly known as Dignitary Engineering College for Women. It is the only women engineering college in the entire region of Kalyana, Karnataka. Dignitary Engineering College for Women was established in the year 2011 by the visionary person Vidya Bandhari, Puja Dr. Sharnbasva Appaji, 8th Mahadasoha Peethadipati, Sharnbasveshwara Samsthana, Chancellor, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. The college is run under the leadership of Dr. Lakshmi Patil Maka, Dean, Sharnbasva University. With her tangible skills and knowledge, the college strives to inspire and prepare women to excel in the engineering field. By her constant support and guidance, college has taken a leap forward in the quality technical education. The UG programs offered by Dignitary Engineering College for Women are Electronics and Communication Engineering, Computer Science Engineering, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Civil Engineering. And PG programs offered are Digital Communication and Networking, Computer Science and Engineering. College has well-equipped and modernized laboratories for a hardware and a software development, laptops with internet access. The college has air-conditioned smart classrooms, air-conditioned seminar hall, air-conditioned auditorium, computer center with access to online journals, and air-conditioned library working 24/7 with access to national and international journals. The college offers bus facility, girls hostel with 24/7 medical facility, and each department has RO purified drinking water. The college campus is always clean and it delivers health and hygiene related message to each and every student. The college focuses on project-based learning so that students can get real-time and industry collaborated projects. The college organizes various training programs both by industry experts and professionals to equip them with the necessary soft skills, interview techniques, group discussion skills, and personality development skills so that every year students are placed in top MNCs with a high package. To strengthen the research infrastructure of the university, Center of Excellence were established in the college and are also recognized by government agencies and international bodies. Intel Unnati Data Centric Lab in emerging technologies like Artificial Intelligence Lab and Internet of Things Lab, IBM Innovation Center for Education, Medini Edudigital, Cloud Computing with Aneka Software, 5G Technology Lab, and Drone Technology Lab. The college also has incubation centers like K-Tech Innovation Hub, that is New Age Incubation Network initiated by Government of Karnataka, ICT Society Bengaluru under the Department of IT, PT and SNT, MSME Incubation Center initiated by Ministry of Micro and Small Enterprises Cluster Development, Government of India. The college has produced more than 2,000 able and efficient engineers. Every year, the college organizes conferences, seminars, workshops, technical fests like Keynote.
United as one. United as one.
Sports meet, and cultural events. Be a pioneer of change. Be a part of something larger than life. Come to GCW. For more information, contact Dr. Lakshmi Patil Maka, Dean, Sharnbasva University. Contact number 9731794776. ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಮಾತು ಶ್ರೀ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದಾಕ್ಷಾಯಿಣಿ ಎಸ್ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಬೀದರ್ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ವಡಗಾ ಗ್ರಾಮದ ದೇಶ್ಮುಖ್ ಮನೆತನದ ದಿವಂಗತ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಪ್ಪ ದೇಶ್ಮುಖ್ ಮತ್ತು ತಾಯಿ ದಿವಂಗತ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಚನ್ನಬಸಮ್ಮ ಅವರಿಗೆ 22 ನವೆಂಬರ್ 1970ರಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಿಸಿದರು. ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ಹಾಗೂ ಪದವಿ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ವಡಗಾಂವ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರೈಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 1993ರಲ್ಲಿ ಧಾರವಾಡದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಿಂದ ಕನ್ನಡ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ನಾತಕೋತ್ತರ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 7ನೇ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದ ಲಿಂಗೈಕ್ಯ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀ ಗೋದತಾಯಿ ಅವ್ವ ಅವರ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗಳಾಗಿ 8ನೇ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾಗಿರುವ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶರಣಬಸವಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅವರ ಮಡದಿಯಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ 9ನೇ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾಗಿರುವ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಚಿರಂಜೀವಿ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅವರ ಮಹತಾಯಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಸಂಖ್ಯಾತ ಭಕ್ತರ ಬಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ವ ಎನಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಮತ್ತು ಶಿಕ್ಷಕ ಬಾಂಧವರಿಗೆ ತಾಯಿ ಸ್ವರೂಪಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶರಣರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದಿಂದ 9ನೇ ಮಹದಾಸೋಹ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾದ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಚಿರಂಜೀವಿ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಇಡೀ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವೇ ಸಂಭ್ರಮಿಸಿತು.
ಮುತ್ತಿನಾದ 3 ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಜನ್ಮ ನೀಡಿ 4ನೆಯ ಮಗನೇ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ.
200 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಹೊಂದಿರುವ ಕಲಬುರಗಿಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಶರಣಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನದ ಆಶ್ರಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ಶರಣಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ವಿದ್ಯಾವರ್ಧಕ ಸಂಘದ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಶರಣಬಸವ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ, ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರ ಮತ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹಗಲಿರುಳು ಶ್ರಮಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಶರಣಬಸವ ಅಪ್ಪರ ಸಹಧರ್ಮಿಣಿ, ಶರಣಬಸವ ಅಪ್ಪರ ಸಹಧರ್ಮಿಣಿ. ಬಾಗಿಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದವರ ಚೆಂದಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸಿ ದುಷ್ಟಾನ ಭೋಜನ ಉಣಬಡಿಸಿ, ಬಾಗಿಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದವರ ಚೆಂದಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸಿ ಮೃಷ್ಟಾನ ಭೋಜನ ಉಣಬಡಿಸಿ, ಮೃಷ್ಟಾನ ಭೋಜನ ಉಣಬಡಿಸಿ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಶರಣನ ರೂಪ ಕಂಡ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯವತಿ, ಶರಣನ ರೂಪ ಕಂಡ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯವತಿ. ದಾಸೋಹ ಮನೆಯ ಮಹಾಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಮತಾಮಯಿ ತಾಯಿ ದಾಕ್ಷಾಯಣಿ, ಮಮತಾಮಯಿ ತಾಯಿ ದಾಕ್ಷಾಯಣಿ ಅಮ್ಮ ಶರಣಬಸವ ಅಪ್ಪರ ಸಹಧರ್ಮಿಣಿ, ಶರಣಬಸವ ಅಪ್ಪರ ಸಹಧರ್ಮಿಣಿ.
ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀಯವರು ಬಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಉಚಿತ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮಹಾಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಪ್ರಸಾದದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿಧವಾ ಸ್ತ್ರೀಯರ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಯ ವಹಿಸಿ ಅವರ ಬಾಳಿನ ಬುನಾದಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಅನುಕೂಲಗಳನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅನಾಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಸಾಕಿ ಸಲಹಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸುಶಿಕ್ಷಿತರನ್ನಾಗಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಗೋಶಾಲೆಯನ್ನು ತೆರೆದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವು ಗೋವುಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಶ್ರಯ ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕವಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ತೊಡಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿರುವ ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀಯವರು ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗಾಗಿ ಹೊಸ ಹೊಸ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಹಿಳಾ ಪದವಿ ಮಹಾವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ BSc ಕೋರ್ಸ್, ಶರಣಬಸವ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್, BBA ಲಾಜಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಏವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಕಾರ್ಗೋ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿರುದ್ಯೋಗಿ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗಾಗಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಯುಬೇಷನ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಸುವ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲೂ ಅವಿರತ ಶ್ರಮಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀಯವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಅಖಿಲ ಭಾರತ ಶಿವಾನುಭವ ಮಂಟಪದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸರಿಂದ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಾಹಿತಿಗಳ ಉತ್ತಮ ಕೃತಿಗಳನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರಕಟಪಡಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀಯವರನ್ನು ಕಲಬುರಗಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಅನುಭವ ಮಂಟಪದ ಸರ್ವಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಅವ್ವಾಜಿಯವರು ಅಕ್ಕ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೋವೇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ರವರ 100ನೇ ವರ್ಷದ ಸಂಭ್ರಮಾಚರಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭಿನವ ನೀಲಾಂಬಿಕೆ ಎಂಬ ಪುರಸ್ಕಾರವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಗೌರವಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಅನುಭವ ಮಂಟಪದ ಅಕ್ಕ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನದ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ BD ಚತ್ತಿ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ನಿಧಿ ಅಕ್ಕ ಎಂಬ ಬಿರುದನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಗೌರವಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀಯವರಿಗೆ ಶ್ರೀ 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 ಸದ್ಗುರು ಬಸವರೂಢ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಮಠ ಸೋಲಾಪುರ್ ಶ್ರೀಯಂತ್ರ ಕೋಟಿ ಕುಂಕುಮಾಚರಣೆ ಉತ್ಸವ ನಿಮಿತ್ತ ಮಾತೃಶಕ್ತಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕಾರ ನೀಡಿ ಗೌರವಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಸಿದ್ಧಗಂಗಾ ಮಠದ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಗಳ ಜನ್ಮದಿನದ ಪ್ರಯುಕ್ತ ಕನ್ನಡ ಜಾನಪದ ಪರಿಷತ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಉತ್ತರ ವಲಯ ಮತ್ತು ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ವಲಯದಿಂದ ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀಯವರಿಗೆ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ರತ್ನ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡಲಾಯಿತು. ಇವರ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ, ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ, ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯಿಕ ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಿಗಣಿಸಿ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಬಸವ ಸಮಿತಿ ನೇಪಾಳ್ ಇವರು ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀಯವರನ್ನು ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ದಾಸೋಹ ರತ್ನ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ನೀಡಿ ಗೌರವಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸುಲ್ಫುಲ್ ಮಠದ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರತ್ನ ಎಂಬ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕುಶಲರಾಮತಿ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಗೌರವಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಶಿವಯೋಗಿಗಳ 116ನೇ ಜಯಂತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಗುರುವಂದನಾ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವದ ನಿಮಿತ್ತ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಿದ್ಧಗಂಗಾ ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಗೌರವಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಮತ್ತು ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇವೆಯ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ವಾಜಿಯವರ ಅಪಾರ ಕೊಡುಗೆಯನ್ನು ಗುರುತಿಸಿ ಈ ಮೊದಲು ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯವು ಗೌರವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕರಿಸಿದೆ. ವಿಜಯಪುರದ ಅಕ್ಕಮಹಾದೇವಿ ಮಹಿಳಾ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ 15ನೇ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಅವ್ವಾಜಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ರಾಜ್ಯಪಾಲರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಥಾವರ್ ಚಂದ್ ಗೆಹ್ಲೋಟ್ ಅವರು ಗೌರವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ನೀಡಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Congratulations and celebrations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. I want the world to know I'm happy and celebrations. When I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. Who would believe that I could be happy and contented? I used to think that happiness hadn't been invented, but that was in the bad old days before I met you. When I let you walk into my heart. Congratulations and celebrations. When I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. चोरी चोरी हवा से है पल्ली डोरी रे चुमे गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है पल्ली डोरी रे शर्म छोड़ी थोड़ी थोड़ी नैनों की बोले चोरी प्रेशर में करने दे चुमे गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है पल्ली डोरी रे गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है पन्नी डोरी रे शर्म छोड़ी थोड़ी थोड़ी नैनों की बोले चोरी प्रेशर में करने दे चोरी चोरी हवा से है बंधी डोरी रे
By the benign blessings of Puja Dr. Sharnbasva Appaji, Puja Matoshri Dr. Dakshayani Avvaji, and Puja Chiranjeevi Dodappa Appaji, Godudai Engineering College for Women is committed to deliver a quality education at all levels and provide opportunities for aspiring youth. A place to learn, a chance to grow. Welcome to the world of opportunities. Faculty of Engineering and Technology exclusively for women, Sharnbasva University, approved by Government of Karnataka and ICIICS New Delhi. It was formerly known as Godudai Engineering College for Women. It is the only women engineering college in the entire region of Kalyana, Karnataka. Godudai Engineering College for Women was established in the year 2011 by the visionary person Vidya Bandhari Puja Dr. Sharnbasva Appaji, 8th Mahadasoha Peethadipati, Sharnbasveshwara Samsthana, Chancellor, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. The college is run under the leadership of Dr. Lakshmi Patil Maka, Dean, Sharnbasva University. With her tangible skills and knowledge, the college strives to inspire and prepare women to excel in the engineering field. By her constant support and guidance, college has taken a leap forward in the quality technical education. The UG programs offered by Godudai Engineering College for Women are Electronics and Communication Engineering, Computer Science Engineering, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Civil Engineering. And PG programs offered are Digital Communication and Networking, Computer Science and Engineering. College has well-equipped and modernized laboratories for a hardware and a software development, laptops with internet access. The college has air-conditioned smart classrooms, air-conditioned seminar hall, air-conditioned auditorium, computer center with access to online journals, and air-conditioned library working 24/7 with access to national and international journals. The college offers bus facility, girls hostel with 24/7 medical facility, and each department has RO purified drinking water. The college campus is always clean and it delivers health and hygiene related message to each and every student. The college focuses on project-based learning so that students can get real-time and industry collaborated projects. The college organizes various training programs both by industry experts and professionals to equip them with the necessary soft skills, interview techniques, group discussion skills, and personality development skills so that every year students are placed in top MNCs with a high package. To strengthen the research infrastructure of the university, Centers of Excellence were established in the college and are also recognized by government agencies and international bodies. Intel Unnati Data-Centric Lab in Emerging Technologies like Artificial Intelligence Lab and Internet of Things Lab, IBM Innovation Center for Education, Medini Edudigital, Cloud Computing with Aneka Software, 5G Technology Lab, and Drone Technology Lab. The college also has incubation centers like K-Tech Innovation Hub, that is New Age Incubation Network initiated by Government of Karnataka, ICT Society Bengaluru under the Department of IT, PT and SNT, MSME Incubation Center initiated by Ministry of Micro and Small Enterprises Cluster Development, Government of India. The college has produced more than 2,000 able and efficient engineers. Every year, the college organizes conferences, seminars, workshops, technical fests like Jnanotsava.
United as one.
meet, and cultural events. Be a pilot of change. Be a part of something larger than life. Come to GCW. For more information, contact Dr. Lakshmi Patil Maka, Dean, Sharnbasva University. Contact number 9731794776.
गोरी गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है बंधी डोरी रे गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है बंधी डोरी रे शर्म छोड़ी 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 नैनों की बोले छोड़ी शर्मी करने दे गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है बंधी डोरी रे गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है बंधी डोरी रे शर्म छोड़ी 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 नैनों की बोले छोड़ी शर्मी करने दे गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है बंधी डोरी रे
ಶ್ರೀ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದಾಕ್ಷಾಯಣಿ ಎಸ್ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಬೀದರ್ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ವಡಗಾಂವ್ ಗ್ರಾಮದ ದೇಶಮುಖ್ ಮನೆತನದ ದಿವಂಗತ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಪ್ಪ ದೇಶಮುಖ್ ಮತ್ತು ತಾಯಿ ದಿವಂಗತ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಚನ್ನಬಸಮ್ಮ ಅವರಿಗೆ 22 ನವೆಂಬರ್ 1970ರಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಿಸಿದರು. ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ಹಾಗೂ ಪದವಿ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ವಡಗಾಂವ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರೈಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 1993ರಲ್ಲಿ ಧಾರವಾಡದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಿಂದ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 7ನೇ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದ ಲಿಂಗೈಕ್ಯ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀ ಗೋದತಾಯಿ ಅವ್ವ ಅವರ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗಳಾಗಿ 8ನೇ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾಗಿರುವ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶರಣಬಸವಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅವರ ಮಡದಿಯಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ 9ನೇ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾಗಿರುವ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಚಿರಂಜೀವಿ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅವರ ಮಹತಾಯಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಸಂಖ್ಯಾತ ಭಕ್ತರ ಬಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ವ ಎನಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಮತ್ತು ಶಿಕ್ಷಕ ಬಾಂಧವರಿಗೆ ಶರಣರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದಿಂದ 9ನೇ ಮಹದಾಸೋಹ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾದ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಚಿರಂಜೀವಿ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಇಡೀ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವೇ ಸಂಭ್ರಮಿಸಿತು.
ಮುತ್ತಿನಾದ 3 ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಜನ್ಮ ನೀಡಿ 4ನೆಯ ಮಗನೇ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪ.
200 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಹೊಂದಿರುವ ಕಲಬುರಗಿಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಶರಣಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನದ ಆಶ್ರಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ಶರಣಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ವಿದ್ಯಾವರ್ಧಕ ಸಂಘದ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಶರಣಬಸವ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾತೃಶ್ರೀ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ, ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರ ಮತ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹಗಲಿರುಳು ಶ್ರಮಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಮಹಾಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಮತಾಮಯಿ ತಾಯಿ ದಾಕ್ಷಾಯಣಿ ಮಮತಾಮಯಿ ತಾಯಿ ದಾಕ್ಷಾಯಣಿ ಅಮ್ಮ ಶರಣಬಸವ ಅಪ್ಪರ ಸಹಧರ್ಮಿಣಿ ಶರಣಬಸವ ಅಪ್ಪರ ಸಹಧರ್ಮಿಣಿ. ಬಾಗಿಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದವರ
ಶುಭಂ ಕುರುತ್ವಂ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಂ ಆರೋಗ್ಯಂ ಧನ ಸಂಪದಃ ಕುರುತ್ವಂ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಂ ಆರೋಗ್ಯಂ ಧನ ಸಂಪದಃ ಶುಭಂ ಕುರುತ್ವಂ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಂ ಆರೋಗ್ಯಂ ಧನ ಸಂಪದಃ ಶತ್ರುಬುದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಶಾಯ दीपज्योतिर्नमोस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं
ಮಹಾಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಪ್ರಸಾದದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿಧವಾ ಸ್ತ್ರೀಯರ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಯ ವಹಿಸಿ ಅವರ ಬಾಳಿನ ಬುನಾದಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಅನುಕೂಲಗಳನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅನಾಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಸಾಕಿ ಸಲಹಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸುಶಿಕ್ಷಿತರನ್ನಾಗಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಗೋಶಾಲೆಯನ್ನು ತೆರೆದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವು ಗೋವುಗಳಿಗೆ
Very good afternoon to one and all. Remembering the Lord Sharnbasva, seeking the divine blessings of Puja Dr. Sharnbasva Papaji, Matoshi Dr. Dakshayani S. Appa, and Puja Chiranjeevi Dodappa S. Appa. Respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, delegates, and participants, I, Nirupama, feel privileged to be the master of ceremony and honored to welcome you all to the inaugural function of Second ICIICS International Conference on Integrated Intelligence and Communication System 2024, hosted by Sharnbasva University Kalaburagi and technically co-sponsored by ICIICS Bangalore section. Also, on behalf of Sharnbasva University Kalaburagi and all present over here, we wish you a very happy birthday to Matoshi Dr. Dakshayani Awaji. As we begin this significant journey, let us take a moment to seek divine guidance and blessings. Now, I would like to invite Department of Music to present invocation song.
ಶರಣಬಸವ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಶಿವಾನುಭವಿ ಶರಣಬಸವ ನಾಮಕ ಪಡೆದು ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪನವರ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಪಥ ತಿಳಿದು ಶರಣಬಸವಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪನವರ ವಿದ್ಯೆ ದಾಸೋಹದಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಿದೆ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಶರಣಬಸವ ಚಾಲುಕ್ಯ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕೂಟ ಕಲಚೂರಿ ಹೊಯ್ಸಳ ವಿಜಯನಗರ ಪ್ರೌಢ ದೇವರಾಯ ಕಾಕತಿ ಕಿತ್ತೂರು ಕೆಳದಿ ಶಾಹಿಯರ ನೆಲಗೈಸಿರಿ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಶರಣಬಸವ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಬಸವಣ್ಣ ಅಲ್ಲಮ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮ ಶಿವಯೋಗಿ ಮಹಾದೇವಿ ನೀಲಮ್ಮ ಗಂಗಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿಯರು ಲಕ್ಕಣ್ಣ ಗಂಡೇಶ ದಂಡನಾಯಕ ಕೇಶಿರಾಜ ಕಾಲವಂದಿನ ವಾಸರು ಬಾಳಿದ ಈ ನೆಲ ಶರಣಬಸವ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಫಲ ಗಂಗೋತ್ರಿ ಕವಿರಾಜ ಮಾತ ಕವಿ ಕಾವ್ಯ ವೈಸಿರಿಯ ಈ ಪುಣ್ಯ ನೆಲದಲ್ಲಿ ವಚನ ರಾಜನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಿನುಗಿದ ನಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ತತ್ವಪದ ಸೂಫಿ ದಾಸರ ನಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಸೋಹ ಸೂತ್ರಗಳು ಪುಣ್ಯ ನೆಲದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿದ್ಯೆಯು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸಿಗನ ಕೈವಶವು ಎಂಬ ಧ್ಯೇಯ ವಾಕ್ಯ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರುವೆಂಬ ಅನುಭವ ತತ್ವವಿದೆ ಗುರುಮುಕ್ತಿ ಗುರುವಾಗಿ ಸತ್ಯ ದರ್ಶನವಿದೆ ಇತಿಹಾಸವು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ಕಲೆಯು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪರಿಧಿ ವಿಸ್ತಾರಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲಿ ಶರಣಬಸವ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ
invocation song. Welcoming is an art and it sprouts from the heart. To express it at this juncture, may I take a pleasure of inviting Professor Kiran Maka sir, Finance Officer, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, to deliver the welcome address.
I offer my humble prayers and respect to Lord Sharnbasva, the divine patron, and seek his blessings for the success of this event. I also offer my respects and gratitude to His Holiness Vidya Bhandari Param Puja Dr. Sharnbasappa Appaji, 8th Mahadasoha Pitadipati, Sharnbasveshwar Samsthana, President, Sharnbasveshwar Vidyavardhaka Sangha, Honorable Chancellor, Sharnbasva University, Matoshri Dr. Dakshani Awwaji, Honorable Chairperson, Sharnbasveshwar Vidyavardhaka Sangha, Member Board of Governors, Sharnbasva University, Chiranjeevi Dodappa Appaji, 9th Mahadasoha Pitadipati, Sharnbasveshwara Samsthana. Their vision and leadership have guided our university towards excellence in education and research. Shri Basuraj Deshmukh Sir, Secretary, Sharnbasveshwar Vidyavardhaka Sangha, Dr. Johannes Krone from Cape Peninsula University of Technology, South Africa, our esteemed chief guest, guest of honor, Dr. C. Krishna Mohan from IIT Hyderabad, Dr. C. Vijaya Sarathi from NTU Singapore, Dr. D. Rajesh Reddy, scientist, Adrin ISRO Secunderabad, special invitee, Dr. Vishwanath. Dignitaries present on the dais, Professor Anilkumar Bidve sir, Dr. V.D. Maitri sir, N.S. Devarkal sir, Dr. S.G. Dollegoda sir, Dr. S.H. Honnoli, Dr. Lakshmi Patil, distinguished domain experts, jury members, respected media personnel, esteemed faculty members and students from various colleges and institutions across the states, and colleagues from Sharnbasva University. Dear students, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and honor that I welcome you all to the second IEEE International Conference on Integrated Intelligence and Communication System. This event has rapidly established itself as a premier platform for researchers, academicians, industry professionals, and students to converge and delve into the cutting-edge advancements in the realms of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and communication technologies. The theme of this year's conference, Fusing Intelligence and Connectivity for a Smarter Future, perfectly encapsulates the spirit of innovation and collaboration that we aim to foster. As we navigate the complexities of the digital age, the integration of intelligence and communication systems has become imperative to address the myriad challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. It is with great pleasure and honor that I extend a warm welcome to our esteemed chairperson, Matoshri Dr. Dakshani Awwaji. Her unwavering dedication and unconditional support have been instrumental in making this international conference a reality. Awwaji is not only a visionary leader, but also a source of inspiration. Her profound knowledge, insightful guidance, and tireless efforts have significantly contributed to the success of this event. We are truly fortunate to have her at the helm of this conference. And today, as we gather here, we have a special reason to celebrate. It is Matoshri Dr. Dakshani Awwaji's birthday. Let us take a moment to wish her a very happy birthday. May this special day be filled with joy, love, and success. It is with great pride and honor that I extend a warm welcome to Chiranjeevi Dodappa Appaji, 9th Mahadasoha Pitadipati Sharnbasveshwara Samsthana, to this event. Your presence brings immense joy to all of us. With your invaluable blessings, this conference will be a grand success. I welcome you, Puja Dodappa Appaji. I also welcome the angels of Mahamani, Kumari Shivani S. Appa, Kumari Bhavani S. Appa, and Kumari Maheshwari S. Appa. I welcome you all. We are immensely grateful to Shri Basuraj Deshmukh Sir, Secretary Sharnbasveshwar Vidyavardhaka Sangha, for his aid and encouragement in making this event a grand success. Your guidance and contributions have been instrumental in shaping this event into a significant platform for global discourse and collaboration. We are truly grateful for your unwavering support and dedication. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Alam Prabhu Deshmukh, sir, for this inaugural event of the IEEE conference. I welcome you, sir. We are honored to have Dr. Johannes Krone from Cape Peninsula University of Technology, South Africa, as our chief guest. His presence adds immense value to this occasion. It is my distinct honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed Vice Chancellor, Professor Anil Kumar Bidve sir, on this momentous occasion. He is not just an academic leader, but a visionary who has consistently championed innovation and research. His commitment to fostering a vibrant academic environment has significantly contributed to the growth and reputation of our university. I welcome you, sir. I feel proud and grateful to welcome our veterans who are brilliant minds, our directors Dr. V.D. Maitri sir and Shri N.S. Devarkar sir to this occasion. The work has inspired countless researchers and their wisdom will undoubtedly enrich our discussions. A heartfelt welcome to Dr. V.D. Maitri sir. It is with immense pleasure and honor we welcome our guests of honor, Dr. C. Krishnamohan from IIT Hyderabad, Dr. C. Vijaya Sarathi from Nanyang Technological University, Singapore, Dr. D. Rajesh Reddy, scientist at ISRO, Secunderabad. It is our distinct pleasure to welcome a special invitee, Dr. Vishwanath P., a renowned academician. He is presently working as Professor and Head Department of ECE, SMVC, Raichur, and also is an EXCOM member, IEEE North Karnataka subsection. We are honored to have you, sir. I also heartily welcome Dr. S.G. Dollegowda, sir, Registrar, Sharnbasva University. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. S.H. Honnade, sir, Registrar, Evaluation, Sharnbasva University. I welcome you, sir. I would also like to extend a special welcome to our esteemed conference chair and convener, Dr. Lakshmi Patil, Dean, Sharnbasva University. Her tireless efforts and firm dedication have been instrumental in bringing this prestigious international conference to accomplishment. She has not only conceptualized this event, but has also meticulously planned and organized every aspect, ensuring a seamless and enriching experience for all the participants. I welcome you, ma'am. I also extend my warm welcome to Dr. Shivkumar Javlagi, sir, Dean, Faculty of Engineering Technology, Sharnbasva University. I welcome you, sir. I also extend a heartfelt welcome to our esteemed keynote speakers, session chairs, and reviewers. Their insights and dedication to academic excellence have ensured not only the highest quality research is showcased here today, we are truly grateful for their time, expertise, and commitment. It's my privilege to welcome all the media personnel for this event. Your presence here today is vital in amplifying the significance of this international conference. Your insightful reporting and analysis will help us disseminate the knowledge and innovations shared at this event to a wider audience. I welcome all the media persons for this event. I wholeheartedly welcome all the faculty members and student participants from various colleges and institutions across the state. I also welcome my fellow faculty members and my dear students and the support staff of our Sharnbasva University for this event. I would also like to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the organizing committee from IEEE, that is Suresh sir and his team, and our team from the Sharnbasva University, who have worked tirelessly to bring this conference to the fruition. The dedication and commitment have been instrumental in making this event a success. I extend a warm welcome to all of you once again and wish you a fruitful and memorable experience. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your earnest address. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. It gives me an immense pleasure to invite Dr. Lakshmi Patil Maka ma'am, Dean, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, and Conference Chair, ICIICS 24, to share brief about the journey of ICIICS 2024.
Good afternoon, everyone. Remembering Lord Sharnbasveshwara and with the blessings of His Holiness Vidya Bhandari, Parama Pujya Dr. Sharnbasva Appaji, Matoshri Dr. Dakshani Avvaji, Chiranjeevi Dodappaji, Kumari Shivani Appa, Kumari Bhavani Appa, Kumari Maheshwari Appa. It's my pleasure to address second international conference on integrated intelligence and communication systems. Firstly, I would like to wish Matoshri Avvaji a happy birthday on behalf of myself and Sharnbasva University. Respected Secretary Shri Basavaraj Deshmukh sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Anil Kumar Bidve sir, Director Dr. V.D. Maitri sir, Registrar Dr. S.G. Dollegowda sir, Register Evaluation Dr. S.H. Honnade sir, Professor Kiran Maka sir, Finance Officer, Dr. Shumkumar Javalgi, Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology Co-Education, Dr. Alamprabhu Deshmukh sir, and all today's guests, Dr. Jonas Cronch, Peninsula University, South Africa, Dr. C. Krishnamohan, IIT, Hyderabad, Dr. Chava Vijaya Saradi from Singapore, Dr. Rajesh Reddy, Scientist, ISRO, Sikandrabad, and our special invitee, Dr. Vishwanath, Professor and Head, Department of E&C, SMVC, Raichur, Execom Member, IEEE NKSS. It's indeed a special privilege for Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi to host the second series of the IEEE International Conference on Integrated Intelligence and Communication Systems, ICIICS 2024, organized by Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi in association with the IEEE Bangalore section and IEEE North Karnataka subsection. I feel proud and privileged to share the journey of this conference. The first series of ICIICS took place during 2023 and the conference was a resounding success by hosting distinguished speakers from prestigious institutions from Spain, Thailand, and also from IISc and IIT. The conference was officially inaugurated by Dr. Ajay Singh, Chairman, KKRDB and MLA Javargi. The conference drew more than 1,000 plus papers in its first series across the globe, and all the accepted papers are published in IEEE Digital Explore and has been indexed by Scoopers and Web of Science. Coming back to ICIICS 2024, the journey began nearly a year ago, fueled by a shared vision, dedication, and an eagerness to create something truly remarkable. Every step of the way, our focus has been on crafting a conference that not only reflects the rapid pace of technological advancement, but also inspires innovation and creativity. ICIICS has been designed with care and determination to provide an engaging, cutting-edge platform that meets the demands of our fast-changing technical world. The conference has attracted around 260 participants across the world, which includes PG students, research scholars, academicians, and industry persons. The aim of the conference is to offer a platform for researchers and engineers from different backgrounds to present and discuss their latest research ideas, results, and potential applications. ICIICS 2024 proved to be very popular and received submissions from all over the world. To name a few, USA, China, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Kenya, Oman, Iraq, Italy, and also from renowned industries such as Clarivate, NVIDIA, Siemens, Equifax, Covatus, and so on. The conference has attracted around 1,600 scholarly submissions, and the conference program committee had a very challenging task of choosing high-quality submissions. After the standard IEEE review process and through rigorous peer review, around 260 highly quality scholarly submissions were selected for inclusion in the conference proceedings. The final submissions are categorized into specific tracks. Totally, there will be offline session and online sessions. In each track, the best paper will be awarded with a certificate. Participation certificates will be issued to all the participants after the conference. For all the sessions, we have invited domain experts from reputed universities to access the presentation and give fruitful suggestions to the participation. Organizing ICIICS 2024 is only possible because of encouragement, guidance of His Holiness, our Honorable Chancellor, Puja Dr. Sharnbasva Appaji and Matoshi Dr. Dakshani Awaji. Puja Appaji and Awaji are keen in developing Sharnbasva University to the greater heights. Only because of their vision, today we are able to organize n number of conferences, workshops, FDPs for the overall development of staff and students. As a mark of respect, Sharnbasva University is organizing conference every year as part of birthday celebration of Matoshri Awaji. I thank Chiranjeevi Doddapaji for gracing the occasion and showering his blessings for the successful conduct of the conference. I also thank Shivani Appa, Bhavani Appa, Maheshwari Appa for gracing today's occasion. I thank our Secretary Shri Basaraj Deshmukh sir and Alamprabhu Deshmukh sir for their unwavering support in organizing the conferences. I also thank our Vice Chancellor, Registrar sir, Director and all the officers, deans, chairpersons, staff and students for their active participation. Thank you, Vananda.
Thank you, ma'am, for providing glimpse of ICIICS 2024. Now, I request Sri Baswaraj S. Deshmukh sir, Secretary, Sharnbasva Vidyavardhaka Sangha, Member, Board of Governors, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, and all other university officers to felicitate Matoshi Awaji, also Chiranjeevi Dodappa Appa, Kumari Bhavani S. Appa, Kumari Shivani S. Appa, and Kumari Maheshwari S. Appa. This honor is from Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, and also from IEEE Bangalore section. Matoshri Awaji, we gather to celebrate your remarkable life, achievements and contribution. May this birthday mark the beginning of a year filled with joy, good health, success and fulfillment. We honor your dedication, passion and commitment to the excellent. Once again, happy birthday Matoshri Awaji. Education in today's world is not just teaching and learning within the four walls of a classroom. It is about creating awareness, and awareness is not only for students. It is also for the teachers and public too. Our university has realized the need to create awareness about itself among the students, and we are doing our best to meet the requirement. May I request distinguished dignitaries on the dais to release the proceedings of today's conference to the gathering. Thank you all. May I now request Dr. Anil Kumar Bidwe sir, Vice Chancellor Sharnbasva University, to fill stage Sri Baswaraj Deshmukh sir. May I now invite Dr. Ashri Dalekauda sir to fill stage Dr. Ala Prabhu sir. May I now request Dr. V.D. Maitri sir to fill stage Dr. John Sponges sir. May I now request Dr. S.H. Onnadi sir to fill stage Dr. C. Krishna Mohan sir. May I now request Professor Kiran Maka sir to felicitate Dr. Chava Vijay Saradhi sir. May I now request Professor Kiran Maka sir to felicitate Dr. D. Rajesh Reddy sir. Now, may I request Dr. Shukumar Jorgi sir to felicitate Dr. Vishwanath P sir, EXCOM member IEEE NKSS. Now, I request Shri Baswaraj Deshmukh sir to felicitate Dr. Anil Kumar G. Bidwe sir, Vice Chancellor, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. Now, I request Shri Baswaraj Deshmukh sir to felicitate Dr. V.D. Maitri sir, Director, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. Now I request Shri Baswaraj Deshmukh sir to felicitate Dr. H.D. Dolegowda sir, Registrar, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. Now I request Shri Baswaraj Deshmukh sir to felicitate Dr. S.H. Chonnari sir, Registrar Evaluation, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. Now I request Shri Baswaraj Deshmukh sir to felicitate Professor Kiran Maka sir, Finance Officer, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. Now I request Deshmukh sir to felicitate Dr. Shukumar Jawargi sir, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Co-Ed, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. I request Baswaraj sir to felicitate Professor Kiran Maka sir, Finance Officer, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. Now I request Shri Baswara Deshmukh sir to felicitate Dr. Shikumar Chavargi sir, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Co-Ed, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. Now, I request Shri Baswara Deshmukh sir to felicitate Dr. Lakshmi Patil Makaman, Dean, also Conference Chair ICIICS 2024. Now, I request Shri Baswara Deshmukh sir to felicitate Dr. Sujata Malapure ma'am, Dean Officer, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi. Now, I invite Shri Baswara Deshmukh sir to share few words on this occasion.
ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಆರಾಧ್ಯ ದೇವರಾದ ಶರಣಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ನೆನೆದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಮತ್ತು ಶರಣಬಸವ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ ಆದ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭಂಡಾರಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶರಣಬಸಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿಯವರ ಪಾದಕ್ಕೆ ವಂದಿಸಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ವಿಶೇಷ ಹುಟ್ಟುಹಬ್ಬ ಇರುವಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಶರಣಬಸವ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನದ ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣೇಶ್ವರದ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಆದ ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀ ದಾಕ್ಷಿಣ್ಯತಾಯರು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾದಕ್ಕೆ ವಂದಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಶರಣಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನದ 9ನೇ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳಾದ ಚಿರಂಜೀವಿ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿಯವರು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾದಕ್ಕೆ ವಂದಿಸಿ ಅವರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬಂದಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂಗಿಯರಾದ ಶಿವಾನಿ ತಂಗಿಯವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ಭವಾನಿ ತಂಗಿಯವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ಕೋಮಲಾ ತಂಗಿಯವರೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಇವತ್ತಿನ 2 ದಿವಸಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆ ವಹಿಸಿದಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ವೈಸ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಶರಣಬಸವ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ವೈಸ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ ಆದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅನಿಲ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಬಿಡಿವೆ ಸರ್ ಅವರೇ, ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ ಆದ ಡೊಳ್ಳೆಗೌಡರು ಸರ್ ಅವರೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ ಆದ ಹೊನ್ನಡಿಯ ಸರ್ ಅವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಡೀನ್ರಾದ ಮೈತ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆದ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಿರಣ್ ಮಾಕ ಅವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ಡೀನ್ರಾದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಮಾಕ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೌತ್ ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾದಿಂದರು ಮತ್ತು ಕೀನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಜಯ್ ಅವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಬಂದಂತ ತಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಬಂದಂತ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಾನ್ ಪೂಜಿ ಅವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಾದ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಮತ್ತು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ನವೆಂಬರ್ ತಿಂಗಳೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಘಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ವಿಶೇಷ ದಿನಗಳು ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನವೆಂಬರ್ 1ರಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ದಿನದಿಂದ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಿರಂಜೀವಿ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 14ರಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಭಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಎಜುಕೇಶನಲ್ ಹಬ್ಬ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡೋದಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟದಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿಯವರ ಹುಟ್ಟು ಹಬ್ಬ. ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಭಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣೇಶ್ವರಾಗಿರುವ 28ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿಗೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ಹುಟ್ಟುಹಬ್ಬ ಮತ್ತು 30ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಆನಿವರ್ಸರಿ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ಈ ತಿಂಗಳನ್ನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಎಸ್ಆರ್ದಲ್ಲೂ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಒಂದು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೊದಲು ನುಡಿ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಮಾಂಟಿಸರಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಶನ್. ನಾವೇ ನೋಡಿ ಬಹಳ ದಂಗ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿಯವರು ಬಹಳ 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 ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ಗಾಗಿ ಬಹಳ ಒತ್ತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಭಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ಮುಂಬರೋ ಒಂದೇ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಅದು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದಾಕ್ಷಿಣ್ಯ ತಯಾರು ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ 1993 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಪಾದಾರ್ಪಣೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಪಾದಾರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅವಾಗಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾವರ್ಧಕ ಸಂಘನೂ ಆಯ್ತು, ನಮ್ಮ ಶರಣಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ಅವರ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನ ಆಯ್ತು, ಮೇಲಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಏರ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ಅವರ ಕಾಲ್ಗುಣದಿಂದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಎಂದೂ ನಮಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆ ಟೈಮಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿದ್ರು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಡೊಳೆಗೌಡರು ಈಗ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸದವರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿದಂತ ಮಾತಿದು. ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಹುಟ್ಟುಹಬ್ಬ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣೇಶ್ವರರಿಗೆ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಹುಟ್ಟುಹಬ್ಬನ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳನ್ನು ಕೋರುತ್ತಾ, ದೇವರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಂಥ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 3 ಮಂದಿ ತೆಂಗಿದರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 9ನೇ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳು. ನೀವು ಬಹಳ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಪಡಿಬಹುದು. ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಇಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಲು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮೈ ರೋಮಾಂಚಕ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಶರಣರ ಅವರು ಈ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಂತಿದ ಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವರ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಬಹಳ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿಯವರ ಪರಂಪರೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದೇ ಮುಂದುವರ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕೊಡುಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಅದು ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ತಮ್ಮಾಜಿಯವರು. ಅದು ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಟೀಚರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಲಿಂಗಾಯತ್ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರುದ್ರಾಭಿಷೇಕ ಒಂದು ಪಾದವನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಪಾದ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದೇ ಸಾರ್ಥಕ ಆದಂಗ ಅವ್ರು ಖುಷಿ ಪಟ್ಟು 5 ನಿಮಿಷದ ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಆದ್ರೆ 5 ನಿಮಿಷದ ಎರಡೇ ದಿವಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿಯವ್ರ ಪಾದ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರುದ್ರಾಭಿಷೇಕ ಅಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಮಾತಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಶರಣರ ಅಂಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲು
Thank you, sir, for your excellent and inspiring words. Now, I would like to invite Dr. S.G. Gowda sir to address the gathering.
International conference coincides with Pujya Matosri Dakshainitai Awazi's birthday. In fact, it has been well thought upon and has been beautifully executed. But what matters is, by the sagacity and visionary thinking of Pujya Awazi and under the able leadership of Pujya Awazi, the university has been charting its route in a right direction as the modern technology demands. In fact, this morning when we were listening to the resource persons, the presentation, which in fact non-engineering students also can very easily understand, the presentation was so smooth, so humorous, and in fact he could illustrate the abstract concepts for us non-engineering students in a most lucid and easy way. I could understand all, and in fact the kind of presentation was really emulative as far as me is concerned. But what matters today is the enlightened gathering of all the illustrious resource persons from across the globe has really enriched the campus experience of our students and faculty. It will go a long way in helping our students to emulate the scholars like you, sir. So it is my, I feel immensely happy to be a part of this program and experience this thrill of the students, and many aspects of the modern communication systems are going to be discussed in the parallel sessions, and the proceedings has been brought out and it will illustrate all the papers in a most graphical way. I think I don't have much to add since I am not a student of engineering, but I can only say that our university has a glorious future and we can all be feeling very happy to be a part of this great eventful history of this part of the country. Therefore, I express my deep sense of gratitude to Madam Lakshmi and all my officers, fellow officers, for having conducted these programs in this conference hall, which is named after the visionary Pujya Doda Papaji. And I feel that I am honored by giving me this opportunity to speak a few words. I express my deep sense of gratitude on behalf of all my fellow officers, the foreign delegates who have come all the way from the far off lands and have been made this program a grand success, and I will remember these days in the years to come. With these few words, I thank each and everyone for your patient listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Let's mark the end of formal function with appreciation and gratitude to all those who made this event happen. Now, I would like to sincerely request Dr. Shukumar Jawargi sir to propose vote of thanks. Dean, Faculty of Engineering Technology, co-ed, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi.
It's time to thank one and all who have involved in this second international conference on integrated intelligence and communication system. First, I would like to thank Parama Pujya Dr. Sharnbasva Appaji, 8th Mahadaso Pithadipati, Sharnbasveshwar Samsthana President, Sharnbasveshwar Vidyavardhaka Sangha, Chancellor Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, for blessing us to make this function a grand success one. Thank you, Appaji. I also like to thank Matosri Dr. Dakshayani Awaji, Chairman, Sharnbasva Vidyavardhaka Sangha, Kalaburagi, Member BOG, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, for gracing the occasion. Thank you, Awaji. I also thank Puja Chiranjeevi Dodappa Appaji, 9th Mahadasoha Pitadipati, Sharnbasveshwara Samsthana Kalaburagi, for gracing the occasion. Thank you, Appaji. I also thank Kumari Sivani S. Appa, Kumari Bhavani S. Appa, Kumari Maheshwari S. Appa for gracing this occasion. I also sincerely thank Sri Basharaj Deshmukh, Sir, Honorable Secretary, Sharnbasva Vidyavardhaka Sangha, Member BOG, Sharnbasva University, Kalaburagi, for sparing your valuable time, sir. Thank you, sir. I also would like to thank Dr. Allam Prabhu Patil, Allam Prabhu Deshmukh, for gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank today's chief guest, Dr. Johanne Klonje, Cape Peninsula University, South Africa, for being with us, sir. I would like to thank Dr. Sri Krishna Mohan, IIT Hyderabad, for gracing this occasion. I also would like to thank Dr. Chava Vijay Saradi, NTU Singapore, for being with us, sir. I also thank Dr. D. Rajesh Reddy, scientist, ISRO, Secunderabad, for being with us, sir. I would also like to thank our beloved Honorable Dr. Anil Kumarji Bidwe, Vice Chancellor, Sharnbasva University. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank Dr. S.G. Dolegaudar, Registrar, Sharnbasva University, for being with us, sir. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank Dr. S.H. Pannalli, Registrar Evaluation, Sharnbasva University. Thank you, sir. I also thank Dr. V.D. Maitri, Director, Sharnbasva University, for gracing the occasion. Thank you, sir. I also would like to thank Dr. Lakshmi Patil Maka, Dean, Sharnbasva University, who is the inspiral source behind the function to make this event a grand success one. Thank you, madam. I would also like to thank Professor Kiran Maka, Finance Officer, Sharnbasva University, for gracing the occasion. So, last but not the least, I would like to thank all the deans of various faculties, chairpersons, staff members of various departments, and the participants of our university and across the India. And also, I would like to thank the media persons. Lastly, I would thank one and all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Once again, I thank you all for making this event a resounding success. I request offline paper presenter, assemble sharp
ಮಹಾದಾಸೋಹಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಶರಣಬಸವೇಶ್ವರರು ತೋರಿಸಿದ ದಾಸೋಹ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಚಾಚು ತಪ್ಪದೆ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ದಾಸೋಹ ಮಹಾಮನೆಯ ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣೆ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದಾಕ್ಷಾಯಣಿ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ. ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವ ಭಕ್ತರಿಗೆ ಮೊದಲು ಕೇಳುವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯೇ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರ ಅಂತ. ಹೇಗೆಂದ್ರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ವ ಊಟ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಹಾಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮಾತೃ ಹೃದಯಿ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೇವಲ ದಾಸೋಹ ಮಹಾಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲ, ಕೊರೋನಾ ಎಂಬ ಭೀಕರ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿಯವರು ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ವಾಜಿಯವರು ಆಹಾರ ಕಿಟ್ ಹಂಚುವ ಮೂಲಕ ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ದಾಸೋಹ ಕಂಡವರು. ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತರಾಗಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಗು ಕೇವಲ ಹೆಣ್ಣಾಗಿ ಇರಬಾರದು, ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾದರಿಯಾಗುವ ಹೆಣ್ಣಾಗಬೇಕೆಂದು ಅದೆಷ್ಟೋ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಸಾಧನೆಯ ದಾರಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಂತಹ ಅನೇಕ ಸೇವೆ ಮತ್ತು ದಾಸೋಹ ಇಂತಿಷ್ಟು ತಪ್ಪದೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಅವ್ವಾಜಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಮಾತುಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ, ಶ್ರೀ ಸಿದ್ಧಗಂಗಾ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ, ಅಭಿನವ ನೀಲಾಂಬಿಕಾ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬೇಡಿ ಜಯಂತಿ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ನಿಧಿಯ ಅಕ್ಕ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ, ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರತ್ನ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ, ಎಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್, ವುಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಚೀವರ್ ಇನ್ ದಾಸೋಹ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಿಂದ
ಗೌರವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಅಕ್ಕ ಮಹಾದೇವಿ ಮಹಿಳಾ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಿಂದ ಗೌರವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗಳು ನನಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಲ್ಲುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ನಾಡಿನ ಜನರಿಗೆ, ನನ್ನ ನಾಡಿನ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಸಲ್ಲುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂದು ಎಂದಿಗೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಭೇದ ಭಾವ ತೋರದೆ ತಾಯಿಯಂತೆ ದಾಸೋಹ ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಾಸೋಹ ದಾಸೋಹವೇ ಶರಣರು ಎಂಬ ವಾಣಿಯಂತೆ ಮಹಾದಾಸೋಹಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಶರಣಬಸವೇಶ್ವರರು ತೋರಿಸಿದ ದಾಸೋಹ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಚಾಚು ತಪ್ಪದೆ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ದಾಸೋಹ ಮಹಾಮನೆಯ ಅನ್ನಪೂರ್ಣೆ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಮಾತೋಶ್ರೀ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದಾಕ್ಷಾಯಿಣಿ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ ಅವರು ಬರುವ ಭಕ್ತರಿಗೆ ಮೊದಲು ಕೇಳುವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯೇ